It is time that we understand that not all impressions are equal. You can make a bad impression. Not all press is good press, regardless of what you're thinking right now. And so, there are so many macro trends. $80 billion spent on television, and there's not a, you want to see something crazier than the standing up? By show of hands, how many people here now watch television outside of live sports, not when that TV show airs, but on DVR, TiVo, whatever your country's version of that is, or Netflix, HBO Go? How many people now watch television on their time, not when the show airs? Raise your hand. Raise it high. Oh, weird. All 12,000 of you. And how many people here, when given the option, fast forward every single commercial? Raise your hands. Go figure, everybody. And even if those brands that are spending $80 billion to sell you some fucking soap get lucky because, I don't know, your remote control fell off your fucking bed, every person here when that happens grabs this and comments on what they just saw or checks their email. My friends, it is about attention. It is about attention. The way we have to storytell is predicated on attention. I'm sad that Twitter's not the #1 social network. I spent all, and some of you know this, I spent all of 2009 through 2012 spending 13 hours a day replying to every fucking person on Twitter. I was the 30th most followed person. I'm sad that it doesn't have everybody's attention anymore. But I did not do what so many people do in this room and start crying and dwelling and hoping that it held on. I started understanding what was happening on Snapchat and Instagram. And sometimes I figured out what was going on Vine and Social Cam, and they may not be around anymore, but the fact that so many in this room are scared to take the risk to learn new platforms because they might not be here in a couple weeks or a couple years, without realizing that only once do you have to actually buy the beachfront property on the most important platform and you make all your time ROA possible, is wild to me. You have to wrap your heads around in this entire room that this is now the television, and the television is now the radio. And Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat are ABC, NBC, BBC, and Sky. And whether you're a startup or a B2B company or an entrepreneur or a corporation, you need to figure out how to make the best shows on those networks.